Alright, it's the next day. The glue has pretty much dried. So I'm just going to see how this hat comes out. So I'm just going to start with the ear flaps first. And grab the other one. See how it comes out. Okay. Here's the string. And let's go with the inside of the hat. Slowly but surely. Okay, I'm just feeding it into my hand here little bit by little bit. I'm just kind of slowly pushing it out. Look how big it is. Look at the sheer size of this dude. Alright, here's a quick follow-up of the fur hat. So here's the finished product. It turned out really good. I'm quite happy with it. Everything's where it's supposed to be. The string turned out really nice as well. There's no seam showing or anything like that anywhere in the hat. The only thing that I have to do now is just sew up the bottom here, which is going to be absolutely nothing. You won't be able to see any of the seam or the string. Just the hair is too long to even see. So, and it's in a good location too. It's in the back of the hat instead of, say, the front. So hopefully you can actually see this really well here. Here's the side of the hat. Ear flaps. Look at the size of these things. I should have just named the title of this video "The Warmest Hat on the Planet." But and the backing of the hat, like, it's just crazy. And the guard hairs on it too. It's this much. Overall, really good. There's nothing really I would do differently with this hat. And the inside liner is nice and soft. The only thing you'll really have to do with the inside liner is take a lint brush once in a while. But overall, really well. The only thing that I would do differently with this hat, it would be I would make it just a little bit larger. My circumference of my head is 22.5 inches. I upped it by an inch to 23.5 inches. I think next time when I make a hat like this, I'm going to up it to 24.5 instead of 23.5, 24.5 for the circumference. Right over here. Because this 7.5 is actually for a 23.5 inch circumference, but just for comfort. The hat's just a little tight. It isn't crazy tight. It's nothing major. I can definitely wear the hat. It's not an issue. It's just for comfort. I would like it probably an extra inch. So 2 inches of comfort spacing. It's just because of the liner. The liner and the seam. When I was sewing the seam, the string is pretty thick, and when you sew a thick seam with a thick string, it's a little bit tight, just around the rim of the, like right above the eyebrows, just a little tight. The good thing is I can easily stretch it out. Just put it on something and stretch it and keep it stretched. So right now it fits good. It's just that I have to go out and stretch it a little bit. That's the only thing I don't like, is the fact that I have to stretch it. If it wasn't for that, it would be perfect. Everything worked out exact. All the templates were perfect. So I can't complain about anything with this hat. It worked out really, really nice. So overall, beautiful. I can't wait to wear this when I go trapping coyotes this winter. I'm going to definitely wear this hat. Let me show you the glue that I used to sew the seams. It's hopefully this comes up here. It's barge. You can buy this at any leather shop or sewing shop, and they'll have this for sure. Or you can get it online too. What else? If there's some little bits of hair that are out of place, let's say, what I found that works, and any hairstyles out there will do the same, because there's little places that hairs are out of place. And so you just take your scissors, hopefully this comes out here. You don't want to cut any hairs that are just kind of stragglers straight across. You don't want to go like that. You're going to want to kind of, see what my scissors are doing here? They're just kind of taking a little bit of the hair. I'm actually not cutting it right now because it doesn't need cutting. But you just kind of do it this way, because it's not going to cut straight across where it's just going to be perfectly flat. It's just kind of like a taper. You're going to kind of go like that real quick and not very deep, probably only maybe 3/4 of an inch at a time, right? And you just kind of just slice it this way, because it's not taking all the hairs in that particular area out. It's just taking a certain amount of hairs. It's sort of like what the hairstyles use, like for thinning shears, right? So it takes every third hair, so it doesn't look like you've just gashed right into it or straightened it out to have that mullet look. So it's just kind of going like this all over, and I can't really even notice the spots that I've done. So it seems to work really well in that fashion. So great hat.